Hi folks! Today I'm going to give you a few pointers about plucking patterns and some general good habits. Now the first thing you might want to do is just allocate thumb, index, middle and ring fingers to the G, C, E and A strings respectively. And if you start your groove on that G with your thumb plucking down, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in this case, remember, thumb is pushing down and all those other fingers are pulling up as they pluck the strings. And you can get into a cycle that just gets faster and faster and faster. And you can mess about with volume or swing. So lots of work to be done just as a warm-up while you're watching the telly. Great for dexterity and movement and trusting your spatial awareness between the strings. So that's all great. Now secondly, if you move on from that, another option which is really reliable is to have thumb allocated to cover both the G and C strings. Now the benefit of this is firstly, you maybe be inclined to use thumb when you use your C string on beat 1. So if a 2, 3, 4, whatever the plucking pattern after that happens to be, it's nice to start beat 1 on your lowest pitched string, which is your C string. It makes for a nice grounded feeling bit of music. So then it's quite comfy to include the G string as well, but actually have thumb doing both of those. So one I'm going to give you just now that's really nice to loop is string order C, E, G, A. Nice enough on the open strings. If you do it on a C chord, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan because it just sounds like an arpeggio exercise. It's not the nicest. So be aware of that certain plucking patterns and order of notes will suit certain chord shapes and really not be that exciting for others. So I'm gonna take us onto an A chord, and there we have, just by coincidence, the G string and the A string are now going to be delivering the same pitch. Now that's no bad thing. You can still utilize that because you can make one a louder volume. So maybe the A string's a louder volume. So it's still really nice to have two the same pitch, and it's not just going to be samey. But please, make sure they're bang on in tune, otherwise you'll be driven mad if one of them's slightly out of tune if you're working two strings in the same pitch. You can also put that one into 3/4 as well. So you could call that first example 4/4 and say like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and strings again being C, E, G, A, C, E, G, A. Now I'm on an A chord delivering that. But in 3/4, the strings would be C, E, G, A, G, A. So it's a pattern of 6. And again, practice it straight, practice it swung. So endless combinations of work that you could treat as a warm-up or put right into an accompaniment for a song. We have an extended video on the same topic with a lot more content in it over on our Patreon page, and that page in turn supports us running the YouTube channel as well. So you can go and check us out there for a lot more exclusive content on both left hand and right hand pointers, advice, technique, stuff like that. And get in touch in the comments below with any questions or feedback. Cheers!